So there's a video circulating of a man that was responsible for hosing down some partygoers on a Sunday evening. So in New York City, the Big Apple, a video shows a bunch of black people partying in the background, music, lights, they're all dressed up, so it looks like they're celebrating something. And afterwards, when the video cuts on, you could see that they've stopped their partying to pay attention to the neighbor because the neighbor has started to do something, and I'm guessing he started to spray them ever so slightly with a hose. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to play a bit of the video, but there is some of the audio that I'm going to have to, only because while the video is playing, there is music playing in the background, and you guys already know about copyrights. So, here we go. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and consider subscribing.
I'm videotaping it. I'm videotaping the neighbor throwing water on everyone at Rose's party. I am videotaping the neighbor throwing water at us. I'm videotaping it.
Steve and Kevin just went in.
No, that's crazy. We're calling the cops.
Now, although you couldn't hear it, you could see it, and you could see that the partygoers have all stopped. You can't see the neighbor, but you can clearly see when he starts to spray the crowd. You can make out when the crowd starts to scatter. They run for cover, some of them run inside. And just so you know, the video footage was actually released by the partygoers' attorney, and I'm guessing that they're probably trying to sue for battery. And in the beginning of the video, you could actually make out people wiping their faces and even laughing a bit in utter disbelief, or what I consider to be utter disbelief at the fact that this is seriously happening. So the neighbor, his name is Marcus Rosebrock. Allegedly, the way this all started off was he started spraying light doses of water at first, and then someone cut their camera on to start filming. And of course, when they started filming, this is when you can now see him now unloading the entirety of the hose. You can hear the person that's filming as well telling everyone, or making sure that she tells everyone, don't worry, I'm filming all of this. And all this while one of my favorite songs of all time is actually playing in the background. No, no, no. Kind of a fitting song for the situation, wouldn't you find? Take a moment and think about something. You know what else is really crazy about all of this? In the video, you can see someone looking over the top of the property line that is trying to talk to this guy. So, let's say I gave the neighbor, the one that sprayed everyone, let's say I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Is he not willing to talk to them because he's already came and knocked on the door and asked them to turn the music down? Is that why words are no longer an option for him? Is it where maybe he went over the property line or looked over the property line and asked them, hey guys, can you please turn the music down? I'm trying to sleep. If he did that, if he went with those options before turning into the neighborhood fireman, then okay, I get where he's coming from. It's 9:50, it's on a Sunday, he more than likely has work in the morning, and this is why I say there's a section of me that understands the frustration of dealing with a neighbor that might be blaring their music late into the night. Although this is just 9:50, there's also a section of me that wants to say this is not all that late. People party way later than this. So that's why I said I'm trying to be considerate to this. So if he went with those options first, which is trying to communicate to them, I need to sleep, can you turn the music down? Even while he was spraying them, they didn't seem like they were turning hostile. If anything, I think they were more just offended. You could hear someone else saying that we're calling the cops. And I believe that it's between 15 to 20 people, and apparently all of them filed a lawsuit against this guy. And let me just say this last part. From the reports that I've read thus far, it says that an unidentified woman came to the house with a German Shepherd to the partygoers' home and demanded that they turn down the music at about 9:50. So if that's the case, I'm gonna guess that they didn't turn the music down, some time had passed, and then he turned the hose on them. A couple of things I'd be interested in finding out. How much time between the lady coming over to the house with the German Shepherd, asking them to turn the music down, was allotted between the time that she came over and the time that he sprayed the hose. Secondly, no one's ever been afraid to call the police before, so if there's a noise complaint, why not go the lawful route as opposed to the unlawful route? You cannot just spray water on someone with your hose. Regardless of if you say that it's just water or it's harmless, you still can't do it. Hear me. I'm trying really hard to give this guy the benefit of the doubt because I've dealt with difficult neighbors before. I just have my own way that I handle them. And dousing them with a hose is not one of them. I don't need anyone knocking on my door afterwards. So what do y'all think? In all honesty, what do you actually think about this video? Whose side are you on this one? The facts are the facts. Whether you think 9:50 at night or even if it was a little bit later is not all that late, it's still nighttime and people do sleep around that time as well. And if the story's true, someone did actually come over to the house and request for them to stop, or demand that they stop. Not request, demand that they stop, as they put it. Why the German Shepherd was there, I don't know. Is that to intimidate someone? So do you think he's in the right? Or do you recognize that what he did was against the law, regardless of how you feel about what they're doing? Or are you on the other side, which is, yeah, it's not really all that late. People party later. They're not really blaring the music all that loud to wake up the rest of the neighborhood. No other neighbors complained. So it's really not that big a deal. You kind of blew things out of proportion further than where they ever needed to go. Let me know what it is you guys think. And I will see you guys again for the next one. Be easy, y'all.
I'm videotaping it. I'm videotaping